Can I sue for a slip and fall accident? If you've recently been involved in a slip and fall accident, you might be contemplating your legal options for seeking compensation and whether you should hire a lawyer. Establishing negligence as the basis for a lawsuit in New York, you can sue for a slip and fall accident if you can demonstrate that the property owner or occupier's negligence caused your injury. Duty of care owed by property owners/occupiers. Property owners must maintain a reasonably safe condition on both public and private properties, including stores, restaurants, apartment buildings, and private homes. Proving breach of duty and causation. Once you establish that a duty of care existed, you must prove that the property owner or occupier breached that duty. This breach could occur through action, for example, creating a hazard, or inaction, for example, failing to fix a known problem. Factors to consider when determining if you have a viable case: dangerous conditions and foreseeability. A crucial aspect of your case is whether the dangerous condition was foreseeable. This means that the property owner should have known about the hazard and had a reasonable opportunity to address it. Contributory negligence and comparative fault. New York follows a pure comparative fault rule in personal injury cases, including slip and fall accidents. This means your compensation can be reduced by the percentage of fault attributed to you. However, even if you are partially at fault, you can still recover damages, though your award will be adjusted based on your level of negligence. Understanding slip and fall laws in New York. Tackling slip and fall accidents in New York requires a thorough understanding of premises liability laws, specific state statutes, and crucial filing deadlines. Overview of premises liability law. Premises liability law in New York holds property owners and occupiers accountable for maintaining safe conditions on their property. This means your compensation can be reduced by the percentage of fault attributed to you. This legal doctrine applies to a wide range of scenarios, including slip and fall accidents. To establish a premises liability claim, an injured party must prove they were lawfully on the property or that the owner was aware of their presence if they were trespassing. The property owner was negligent in addressing an unsafe condition, meaning the owner knew or should have known about the hazard and failed to take appropriate action to repair, warn, or remove the danger. The negligence directly caused the injury. New York specific laws and statutes of limitations. According to New York Civil Practice Laws and Rules Section 214, the statute of limitations for filing a slip and fall lawsuit is 3 years from the date of the incident. When it comes to claims against municipal property, the statute of limitations is 1 year and 90 days from the date of the incident, with an initial deadline of 90 days from the accident date for filing a notice of claim. If the lawsuit is not filed within this period, the court will likely dismiss the case, preventing the injured party from seeking compensation. Time limits for filing slip and fall lawsuits. The 3-year statute of limitations begins on the date the accident occurred. Missing this deadline can significantly impact your ability to recover damages. Building a strong slip and fall case. Importance of evidence gathering. Collecting robust evidence is fundamental to substantiating your slip and fall claim. The more detailed and comprehensive your evidence, the stronger your case will be when demonstrating the property owner's negligence. Key types of evidence include photographs of the accident scene. Photographs taken after the slip and fall accident can provide crucial visual evidence of the hazardous condition that caused your injury. Ensure you capture various angles and distances to thoroughly document the scene. Important aspects to photograph include the specific area where you fell, any contributing factors, such as wet floors, debris, or uneven surfaces, and the surrounding environment. Witness statements and testimonies immediately after the accident. Collect contact information from anyone who saw the fall or the hazardous condition. Written statements or testimonies from these witnesses can bolster your case by providing an independent perspective on the circumstances leading to your injury. Incident reports and medical records. If the slip and fall occurred in a commercial establishment or on public property, it's important to report the incident to the property manager or owner and obtain a copy of the incident report. This document officially records the details of the accident and can be a critical piece of evidence. These records not only document the extent of your injuries but also establish a direct link between the accident and your medical condition. Documenting medical treatment and expenses. Maintain detailed records of all medical visits, treatments, therapies, and prescriptions. This documentation serves multiple purposes. It provides a clear record of the financial impact of your injuries. It helps to substantiate the extent of your suffering and the impact on your daily life. It supports your claim for both economic and non-economic damages, such as pain and suffering. Seeking damages in a slip and fall lawsuit. This section will explore the various compensatory damages available, including medical expenses, lost wages, and pain and suffering, as well as the applicability of punitive damages in such cases. Types of compensatory damages available: medical expenses and future treatment costs. Medical expenses are a primary component of compensatory damages. This includes initial medical treatment, costs for emergency room visits, hospital stays, surgeries, and initial medical examinations. Ongoing medical care, expenses for follow-up visits, physical therapy, rehabilitation, and any necessary medical equipment or supplies such as crutches or wheelchairs. Future medical costs. If the injury requires long-term medical care, future treatment costs can also be claimed. This includes anticipated expenses for ongoing therapy, future surgeries, or long-term medication needs. Lost wages and diminished earning capacity. Lost wages cover the income you are unable to earn while recovering from your injuries. This includes immediate lost income, compensation for wages lost during the period you were unable to work due to the injury. Future earnings. If the injury impacts your ability to work in the future, you can claim diminished earning capacity. This might involve recalculating your potential future income based on your reduced ability to work or a change in the type of employment you can undertake. Pain and suffering damages. Pain and suffering damages address the non-economic impact of your injuries. These damages compensate for physical pain, the physical discomfort and pain endured due to the injury. Emotional distress, psychological impacts such as anxiety, depression, or loss of enjoyment of life resulting from the accident. Disfigurement or disability, compensation for long-term or permanent disfigurement or disability that affects your quality of life. Punitive damages and their applicability. In New York, punitive damages are not commonly awarded in slip and fall cases but may be applicable in instances of egregious or intentional wrongdoing by the property owner. Unlike compensatory damages, which aim to reimburse the victim, punitive damages are designed to punish the defendant and deter similar conduct in the future. In New York, punitive damages might be awarded if gross negligence, the property owner's conduct was extremely reckless or negligent. Intentional misconduct, the property owner's actions were willful or malicious. Taking the next steps after a slip and fall accident with Kucher Law Group. If you've suffered from a slip and fall accident, don't hesitate to take action. Contact the Kucher Law Group today at 929-563-6780 or visit the firm at 463 Pulaski St, No. 1C, Brooklyn, New York 11221 to discuss your situation and explore your legal options. With the right legal support, you can focus on healing while our experienced Brooklyn slip and fall accident lawyers fight for the compensation you deserve. Remember, timely action can make a significant difference in the outcome of your case.